Bring it here, bring it here. Let me validate.
World peace, my lovely tribe. It's your brother, Eternal T. I am you, you are me. Get you see. Today is all about progression. Where are you trying to go? Spiritual progression. You know, it's good to be centered and enjoy yourself exactly where you are. Feel the greatness, feel the presence. But at the end of the day, nothing really is still. Everything is vibrating, everything is moving. So you are evolving all the time. So I just want to give you some books I recommend on your journey, on your evolutionary path, on your level up. These are some books I say are must have because they help me light up, you know? All right, so let's start with number one, which is like, it's like my handbook, you know what I mean? It's like handbook. It's messed up and everything. You see that? Tore up. This is like a tool that I've just been using and using. So that's why it looks like this, you know? Tools get ran down, you know? But it's the knowledge of the work. Anyways, this is called the Cabal Ian. This is what I cite pretty much and like have a lot to do with every day. I mean, it's the hermetic laws. It's the universal principles. You know what I mean? So, I mean, regardless of how many times I say the mind is all or everything's vibration, well, that's just the basic nature of this reality. So therefore, it's like law of attraction. It's happening whether you know it, acknowledge it or not, whether you understand it or not. So boom, this is, I say, shoot, you can start here, really. That's one. That's the Cabal Ian. Living in the heart. Actually, no. The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life. This is actually the third one, Living in the Heart. Volume 1, The Ancient Secret of Flower of Life. That's by Drunvalo Melchizedek. This basically talks about the fabric of the reality. This is basically Genesis pattern. So it talks about sacred geometry. He gives a lot of his stories. For some people, his stories may be like unbelievable or out of this world. But if you just open your mind to what's going on, you may learn something, a lot, and apply some of the things that he's talking about, and you'll see that there's a lot of, you know, synchronicity and harmony to what he's saying. So volume 1, 2, and then this would be volume 3, but Living in the Heart. It actually has a DVD in here. That gives you a meditation on entering your heart space. Talks about the sacred heart space, tiny heart space. It's pretty amazing, and helped me on a path of actually knowing what I wanted to do and how I wanted to help people. So, because it's basically just going inside your own heart. So this helps you a lot with self and learning yourself. And yeah. So, and by the way, the Cabal Ian is written by three initiates. So yeah. But that's Living in the Heart. That's Ancient Secret of Flower of Life, Volume 1 and 2. And that's written by Drunvalo Melchizedek. So check that out. Or go on YouTube. He has a lot of videos because he does workshops and stuff like that too. So check it out. That helped me out a lot. Doing certain meditations helped me out a lot. Learning about not necessarily Kundalini, because I learned it somewhere else. It was actually on YouTube. Watching somebody that I couldn't really understand. I think he was like in India or something like that. I don't know, but I was doing the meditation and I knew about chakras. So there you go. Boom. Yes. Dream Alchemy, written by Ted Andrews. This is an awesome book. It's like a workshop book, which is a lot of books that I love, because that's really how you're gonna help yourself. I mean, that's the part of this, the trio, the holy trio. This is another part of the holy trio. That's why they always have that holy trinity thing, because there's always three that create something. You know, you got your mental state, you got your emotional state, which is actually the energy that creates, and then you got the physical manifestations, which your body and doing. That's the doing. You know what I mean? So remember, there's always a trio. And so when it comes to this has helped you. I mean, it's pretty easy. It helps you dream journal, helps you work with different, what's it called, archaic images, and just different images and stuff like that, archetypal energies, and you just use them, help you to learn your subconscious mind so that you can control what's going on in reality. You can actually shift some things in reality when it comes to dreams. When you learn about your subconscious and the way your dreams react with who you are and your fears and aspirations. So it all goes together. But this is a dope book for real. You know, it obviously is going to mention lucid dreaming. If you guys know anything about lucid dreaming, that's basically becoming consciously aware while you're dreaming that you are dreaming, and flipping the switch to be like, oh shit, I'm dreaming. I'm flying now. And just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So I did that like one time that I can remember that I actually controlled everything in the dream. And that was basically, I guess I had a fear of authority, or, you know, something like that, you know. And I took these cops, and I was having a lot of issues with like just being trafficked and stuff, and I just, in my mind, I said, you know what, I was lucid dreaming, took the cop car, came by me. First of all, it was coming behind me, and I was like, no, it's not coming behind me today, and it moved over. And that's kind of when I was like, oh snap, I'm making this happen. And then I said, I blew it up, and it kind of like imploded as well, and it transformed and turned into like this super sick ride. I can't even remember, I don't even know what kind of car it was. It was just dope. And then it just like zoomed off, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like, I know I did that. Then I was working night shift, so I woke up for nighttime, like maybe I had to be there like 9 or something like that. Anyways, going down, and there was so many cops just like pulled over, and I was going over the speed limit, but I was like, they're not even gonna. It was like, it wasn't even like a question. I just knew that had nothing to do with me. And I was going this speed. I was like, they're not gonna touch me. Like, they don't, like, I'm invisible almost. It's like, they're not even near me. Like, they're not even on my radar. So it was just like, it was cool, and nothing happened. And for a very long time, seeing any cops, like, I was just like, yeah. So that's just a little demonstration of, or example of like how dreams work, how lucid dreaming works. And there's another thing called astral projection, but that's more so out of dream state, but it kind of still is dream state. But this is a good book if you want to work with, you know, manipulating reality, and also understanding your fears, phobias, and who you truly are, and what you came to do here, and what your passion is. Any of these idiots and dummies dummies books are freaking awesome. I don't see it as a degrading thing, because I say it's an idiot's guide. I mean, I didn't know shit until I got this, you know what I'm saying? So maybe I was an idiot when it came to chakras. Whatever, I don't, and there's dummies or whatever, books for dummies. But chakras, get to the point. 7 energy systems, centers in your body. Chakra in Sanskrit means wheel, or I actually heard it translated as wheel of fire. I don't know, but they're basically pools in your body, different energy systems. And when I first got this book and I started really working with the chakras, a lot of cool things happen. Especially with the third eye and my throat, especially with these two, because, well, third eye and throat, because I was having like these crazy, like almost like hallucinations, but they were kind of controlled, and I could just see different like images in my head. And I was also being way more creative writing, way more creative with music in general. It was just awesome. And I was being able to speak my mind about things, talk to certain people, really open up to the true me, and just being able to share with other people in the world. So yeah, that's wonderful. Anyways, Chakras is a freaking great book and a must have. You need this if you want to learn about yourself, if you want to study yourself. You got to know how your body and how your inner workings operate. So chakras, I don't want to talk about it. Just get the book. All right. Numerology, I threw this on here because it helps you to get to like a generalization of really who you are. Everything is a number basically, and everything is a pattern. Simple. They talk about life paths numbers. So I'm a number 1, and if you know anything about number 1, well, let's just put it like this. May 21st, 1991 is my birthday. All right. So let's do it where you just add all your numbers up. So May would be what? 5 plus 2 for the 21. So 5 plus 21, that's my birthday. 5 plus 21. I don't add them all up, I add them separately. So 5 plus 2 will get you 7. 7 plus 1 will get you 8. So now I was born in 1991. I see that big old number sequence and I go 8 plus 1, that's a 9. Basically you can cancel out 9s because once you get to 9, you're good. So basically I have 3 9s and a 1 left. But we'll just say that 8 plus that 1 equals a 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18. And then that 1 plus 8 equals a 9 again. So it would be 9 plus 9 again. 9 plus 9 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Then you got the 9 plus that 1 would be a 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So anyways, I'm on life path number 1. And it talks about how you do things on your own. You not necessarily want to be alone all the time, but you're innovator, and you do new things. You're also a trendsetter, if you want to put it that way. And nobody really can tell you no, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to do it for yourself. And yeah, you have your own way of thinking. You don't really rely on too many other people's thoughts or whatever. And that's very general, and that's very basic way I'm explaining it as well. But that gets you a start, and it's like it helps you to realize, okay, that's why I do things. So if you question yourself a lot, or if you're like, oh, like why do I do this? Or you're trying to improve things that really you should be working with, using to your advantage. Like a lot of diseases, like mental diseases, are actually like superpowers if you want to use it that way. It's all about you and your level of creativity. So you can do whatever you want, and however you want to use these helps you learn about, okay, that's why I do this, that's why I do that. All right. You can, with your own mind, you can elevate and add certain things to yourself. But overall, I think that a lot of the things that we try to improve or think we need to change, see that word change. Think we need to change is really things that we need to advance, or we need to embrace and really just lift up, because a lot of things are superpowers that we don't know that we have. Like, so just work with that. This is a great book. This is a really great book, Numerology. It also talks about, it breaks down A equals 1, B equals 2, all the way up to I, which is 9. And then it starts over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the letters correspond with the number as well. And A1, so a lot of Ashleys, you can just see how their nature is. They have like a lot of 1 things with them. So just check that out and see if it makes sense for you, you know what I mean? But that's what I like to do, you know what I'm saying? Apply what you learn. Apply what you learn. Knowledge is not power unless it's applied. So here we go. Numerology. Get the book. And here's astrology. This thing turned white. Man, it used to have the yellow right here. Is this the idiots guy? No, it's astrology for dummies. All right, so this is basically to help you do your chart, and it's like the deeper version of the numerology. Like, it's a good numerology. Really was a start for me. I got this before I got this because I like numbers. I mean, it was like boom, boom. You can match them up. Triple letter numbers. When you start seeing these numbers everywhere, boom, boom, boom. I was like, okay, now this all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Putting things together, using them to my advantage, using them as like kind of like spells, kind of like just so I can put them around the room, vibrate. Like, okay, remember that? Boom. It helps me out. So then I got to this. And I was like, yo, this is the truth. This is who I am completely. Like it's like your book, your energies when you came through the cycle of the what's it called, the zodiacs. When you went through 9 phases of the zodiacs, that's when you're being developed, because you obviously were only in there for 9 months. So you got 9 energies in you. There's 3 energies that you're missing, but you'll get to that point. Astrology is a great tool for you to learn who you are and to see different aspects, and you can actually predict your own future and stuff like that. That gets deep once you start studying. But I think these are freaking must-have books on your spiritual journey. I would have put the Bible and the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which is what I call the Egyptian Book of Life, but I didn't, because there's a lot of weighted things, and certain things are more so outside of yourself in allegorical like story than these books just telling you exactly what is going on in yourself and where to start. These are more of like step books, you know what I mean? Like, these are things that you can just like, boom, I apply. You don't have to take too long to interpret what they're saying. Do they really mean it like that? And you got to go through etymology to figure out exactly what the word meat means, because it doesn't mean exactly meat as in an animal, but it might mean meat as in food, because it's the etymology of the word. So you got to put those together. That's the reason why I just put these books together, so that you can get you a start. Boom, like, all right, this makes sense. And so then when you go read the Bible, you have a different understanding of like, oh, okay, maybe that kind of goes with the chakras. You know, like 7 candlesticks. Oh man, it kind of, just put your pieces together. You may interpret it something totally different, but that just gets you like on the right path of just things you can apply. You know what I mean? These aren't things that are different from what any of the ascended masters already knew. So instead of me telling you to go look at ascended masters and see what everything they do, I'm kind of showing you a path of like understanding what the ascended masters knew, and then you can apply it to yourself and become your own ascended master. So anyways, so good luck on your own spiritual journey. I hope these books have helped you out, maybe inspired you to get one, or if you already had them, that's what's up. Comment, let me know like what's your favorite book, or what's your favorite spiritual journey, spiritual practice, or spiritual book that helps you out through your journey. You know what I mean? So from me to you, you already know I'm your brother, Eternal T. You're me. I can see. So peace, love. Go read yourself. I'm out.